Android versus Apple. It's a debate that's been going on for as long as smartphones have existed. And today, we're going to take it a step further as we take a look at Apple Park, Apple's $5 billion campus, supposedly the best office building in the world. Let's dive right in. Located in Cupertino, California, Apple Park is a sight to behold. The campus is spread over an area of 360 acres, with the main building covering 2.8 million square feet. Unlike most office buildings with small, lifeless cubicles and uninspiring architecture, Apple Park was created with one goal in mind: to inspire. Keeping this in mind, Apple Park was designed to be as futuristic and innovative as possible, giving rise to the Ring. While Apple Park is composed of multiple buildings, each of them just as innovative as the last, the main attraction of Apple Park is the unmistakable Ring. The 4-story tall building is huge and occupies 1.2 million square feet of the total office space, with a diameter of 0.3 miles. The curved glass all around the Ring is what gives it that iconic look, and is apparently something Steve Jobs himself dreamed about seeing one day. Jobs explained, saying, "It's a circle, so it's curved all the way around. This is not the cheapest way to build something. Every pane of glass in the main building will be curved. We have a shot at building the best office building in the world." I really do think that architecture students will come here to see it. While construction for Apple Park started back in 2013 and the building was officially open for business in April of 2017, the idea for it was introduced by the founder of Apple, Steve Jobs, in 2009. In fact, Jobs was the one that bought the land where Apple Park now sits. According to him, he had a special connection with the place, since it's where tech giant Hewlett and Packard were previously situated. Apple Park has 8 main buildings, out of which 4 are the best known. They are the Ring, the Wellness Center, the Steve Jobs Theater, and the Visitor Center. Starting off with the main building, we have the Ring. The Ring houses 12,000 employees and is covered by 40-foot curved glass panels on either side. According to Apple, this is done to promote free flowing of ideas and encourage collaboration between employees of different departments. The roof of the spaceship-esque Ring is covered with solar panels, enabling Apple to generate nearly 75% of its electricity through renewable sources. Bikes and buses are available throughout the campus in case employees aren't looking to go on a 15-minute walk around campus. Reportedly, 1,000 bikes are available, as well as buses that run in underground tunnels beneath Apple Park. Doing this allows Apple to maintain as much of the greenery as possible, with almost 80% of the area being devoted to green space. The Ring is also home to 7 cafes, with the largest of them being a 3-level cafe for 3,000 sitting people. These cafes have the biggest glass panels in the world and have been designed to bring employees together so they can collaborate together even when they're on a break. Some employees do criticize Apple for their obsession with collaboration and have complained that they're unhappy about the lack of privacy. But then again, Apple is a trillion-dollar company, so obviously they're doing something right. Apple's cafes, called Caffe Max, are a corporate food court dream come true. Thanks to the vast green space in Apple Park, Apple gets to grow pretty much everything they use in the cafeteria. Fresh vegetables and fruits make their way from Apple's gardens to their cafeterias. Caffe Max aren't open to the public and are employee only, but the sheer scale at which they operate is mind-blowing. Apple even patented its own pizza box design that reportedly stops pizza crust from turning soggy. According to a statement by Apple, Caffe Max have enough food to feed 15,000 people at every lunchtime. If you are ever in the mood to try some of the food Apple makes, but aren't in the mood to apply for a job, you can just head on over to the Apple Park Visitor Center Cafe, which is open to the public. In addition to a full-service restaurant, Apple Park is also home to a coffee bar and a juice shop. If you've ever seen aerial shots of Apple Park, chances are you've noticed the rainbow-colored stage smack dab in the middle of the Ring. Located in the garden, this vibrantly colored stage is used mostly for announcements and performances. This stage was designed by Jonathan Ive and Foster & Partners. It's one of the most recognizable structures in Apple Park and can be seen from pretty much any spot on the ring. The colors used on the stage are a throwback to the colors used in the original Apple logo. While most of you might think Apple has always had the iconic white half-eaten apple as its logo, this logo only came in 2007, and from 1976 to 1998, Apple had a rainbow-colored logo. Second only to the ring, the most innovative part of Apple Park is the Steve Jobs Theater. The Steve Jobs Theater, or as it's now called, the Apple Auditorium, is a 167,000 square foot building consisting of a 921-seat underground theater and accompanying product demo room in the southwest of Apple Park. The Steve Jobs Theater has the world's tallest freestanding glass elevator at 42 foot high, along with the world's largest carbon fiber roof at the top. Interestingly, the Steve Jobs Theater is completely underground, with only the top curved glass dome being above ground, but at the same time, it's located on the highest hilltop in Apple Park. This is done as a sign of respect for Steve Jobs. Looking at the building, you might be confused since there are no support beams. But here's the fun part. Apple designed the building so that the 22-foot-tall chemically treated curved glass walls act as the support beams. This is also why the roof is made of carbon fiber. Carbon fiber is super lightweight, but durable at the same time. Once inside the theater, you'll be greeted by $14,000 seats and a $14 million theater arrangement. Various estimates put the total cost of the theater well above $100 million, but according to pretty much everyone that's been there, it's worth it. The Steve Jobs Theater is more than just another building in Apple Park. It's an Apple product and made to offer an experience that no other tech giant in Silicon Valley can offer. People pay Apple for innovation, and nothing screams innovation more than a $100 million statement piece with cutting-edge architecture. Another part of Apple Park that you can't really see up top but makes a huge difference is the underground earthquake resistance system under Apple Park. The ring utilizes base isolation to prevent structural damage during earthquakes. The base isolator uses 692 stainless steel plates to allow the building to shift up to 4 feet in any direction without causing any structural damage. According to structural engineer Evan Rees, Apple is one of the only companies in the world that uses this kind of technology. So far, every part of Apple Park has been focused on innovation and efficiency. But what about employee care? Where do the employees go when they need a break? To make sure their employees are well taken care of and de-stressed, Apple Park has a state-of-the-art yoga and wellness center. The Wellness Center is a 100,000 square foot building complete with showers, group workout areas, a gym, and a laundry service. There's even a 2-story yoga room designed by Steve Jobs himself. The Wellness Center is impressive, but it's actually the yoga room that's the star of the show, as it's covered with a very special type of stone. Jobs made sure that the stone used for the yoga room was sourced from a special Kansas quarry. This was done so that the yoga room could look like a restaurant in Yosemite that Jobs was a fan of. Weird how Apple loves customization but doesn't offer any in their products. While every part of Apple Park seems perfected down to the T, there's one building here which doesn't fit in, and that's the Glendenning Barn. The Glendenning Barn was not a part of Apple's original plans, but because the barn was built in 1916, it was already classified as historical in 2004. Given its historical significance, Apple could not demolish the barn, no matter how badly they wanted to, and in the end, agreed to use the barn as a maintenance building, housing tools and other landscaping materials. Overall, Apple Park is light years ahead of its competitors when it comes to design language and fostering a sense of innovation. According to Tim Cook, Steve's vision is reflected all around us at Apple Park. He would have loved it here. In this place, he dreamed up the home and inspiration for Apple's future innovations. Click on one of the 2 videos on your screen right now. We'll catch you guys in the next one.